I know what y'all here for, so that's what I'm here to give you, okay? What is up, you guys? It's your girl Z here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below and join the team. If you are not new here, welcome back and happy Sephora sale week, okay? So y'all already know from the title, we are getting into all of the things that I feel like are pretty much like must-haves for natural hair, straight naturals. Y'all know all hair care things is what we discuss over here. So pretty much all of my hair care must-haves that I feel like are, for me, prime time to pick up during the Sephora sale, because these products are not cheap, okay? Y'all already know the hair care is going to run you a coin. So there's no better time to save a coin than during the Sephora sale, okay? So I'm going to be sharing with you guys pretty much like by brand my top picks for like hair care things at Sephora. There are some products that I have. Y'all know I have a stash, a huge stash of products, and I feel like some of those could be like good to have, but I feel like the ones that I'm going to show you are products that I constantly reach for, that are constantly a part of my routine, that are constantly in my videos that you guys see when I'm doing my hair, when I'm doing my silk presses. So these are like go-to items that I feel like are absolutely just like necessities when it comes to being a straight natural or just having natural hair in general, whether you're on a journey of like retaining length or trying to repair your hair and just like hydrate. All of those things, I feel like these are the products that I pretty much go to. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so first things first, which I feel like it's not a surprise here if you've seen any of my hair care videos, any of my silk press routines. Y'all already know the first on the list is Olaplex. And I love Olaplex because one, I'm a straight natural, so I'm putting heat on my hair consistently. And two, I have color treated hair. So I'm hitting my hair with the double whammy of breaking down bonds, pretty much damaging my hair. So Olaplex has been my go-to like product for some years, and like I said, if you've been watching me for a while, then you already know that. So starting off, and this bottle is empty, y'all, like empty. She's on the list, she's in the cart to be purchased. But starting off with this number 0 and the number 3, these I feel like are just like tried and true absolute must-haves. Like I said, if you are a natural who you consistently put heat on your hair or your hair is color treated, you need these in your routine, okay? Point blank period, you just need them, because these two products are really like the number 3, which is the hair perfector, the actual like Olaplex treatment. These are the products that you're gonna need to help rebuild those bonds back in your hair, because by coloring it, by putting consistent heat on it, you're breaking down those bonds. And for me, these are just like non-negotiables, absolutely must have in the hair care routine, because although I am a straight natural, y'all know I don't play when it comes to the health of my hair. I'm going to make sure that my hair is still healthy. I'm still like maintaining the integrity of my hair, all while still putting heat on it and color. So these two are an absolute must. If you don't want to do both, absolutely buy the number 3 though. That's just my 2 cents, okay? Next up in the Olaplex line, which is a product that has just again become a non-negotiable for me, is the 4C clarifying shampoo. I have raved about this shampoo for years now, and it is just one of my favorite clarifying shampoos. One, not only because it's an Olaplex product, so it has those bond repairing properties in it, but it's just so clarifying. I love this. My hair has loved it for years and years. For a while, I was solely using this clarifying shampoo. Like, wasn't no other clarifying shampoo I was using until Sacred came on the block. But those pretty much are the only 2 clarifying shampoos that I use, and this one has never let me down. I absolutely love it. It does not make your hair feel like super stripped, but you get your hair nice and squeaky clean, and that's absolutely what I want, especially when I'm doing silk presses. You know, you need a squeaky clean scalp when you are doing a silk press, okay? And this 4C shampoo has been nothing but the best for me for as long as I've been using it. The next Olaplex product that I feel like is just like a staple in my routine and I absolutely have to have, and I've like, now that I've like discovered some other leave-in conditioners that I really like, This one is still heavy in rotation, and this is the number 6. This is the Bond Smoother. So this is the leave-in reparative styling cream. Now this is a bit on the thick side. I always tell you guys that, but a little goes a long way. I love having this in my routine, and I use this right before I blow dry. So while my hair is still damp, you don't need a lot. Just take a small amount, rub it in, and just putting it in your hair. And like I said, having a leave-in that has those bond repairing properties is just so important, because again, I'm about to manipulate my hair with heat and all of the things. So I just love having that extra layer of like bond protection in my hair before I go in with my flat irons and my blow dryers, you know, before I go in with my heat styling. So the number 6 is absolutely a must-have. And then my last Olaplex product is, no surprise, the number 7 bonding oil. I brought my little travel size one out too, because she's literally on wits end here, okay? But I have been using this oil for years and years and years. This is actually the very first Olaplex product that I purchased years ago during a Sephora sale, because I was like, ooh, Olaplex, I want to try this out. I started with the oil, got it during a sale, and then just continuously started to buy more products from the line. And that's how I got basically introduced to Olaplex, is starting with the oil. I fell in love with this oil because, again, it is so lightweight. This is hands down, I can't even lie, this Olaplex oil is my number 1 hair oil. I have a few that I really like, but Olaplex has always been number 1, is still number 1, with a few others coming in second, third. But Olaplex just takes the cake, because not only is it a heat protectant, I don't necessarily use it as a heat protectant oil, but you absolutely can. That's just not where I put it in my hair care routine. I love this as like a finishing oil. Sometimes I'll put it on my hair after I blow dry before I go in with the flat iron, but most of the time, and mostly how y'all have seen me use the Olaplex oil, is once I'm done with my silk press, and I use it to really just like moisturize and seal my ends, because especially with my color pretty much growing out, my hair at the end is all like color. So this is super important in my routine, because again, those bonds at the ends, baby, old as dirt. Because you know your ends are your oldest parts of your hair. And especially, again, with them being colored, they're just very like fragile and just, you know. So I always just try to make sure that I show them some extra love by using the Olaplex oil. So the number 7 oil is probably, I'd say probably top 2 of my favorite Olaplex products in general. Actually, I don't even know. It's hard to really rank them, because they each have their own specific like need in my hair care routine. But like I said, the oil is actually the first Olaplex product that I ever purchased, and how I got introduced to the Olaplex line. So it always just like holds a special place in my heart, because it's literally the first Olaplex product that I tried. So those I feel like are all of my Olaplex like absolute must-haves. Now, I know they just came out with a new version of the number 3. I have not tried it, and I probably will not try it until I am done with this bottle. This bottle is fairly new. I bought it maybe like, when did I buy this? I don't remember. I just bought it definitely sometime this year, top of this year. So she's still pretty new. So I probably will not be trying that new version of the number 3. I think, what is it called? I don't know. I'm gonna pop a picture in right here. I probably will not be trying that until I finish this bottle. So I know it's supposed to be like a more like a shorter, I don't know, I think the new one you only leave on for like 3 minutes or so. I'll eventually give that one a try, but I'm gonna use the products that I have before I go buying new ones, okay? Next up, in the kind of just like bond repairing, bond building area of hair care that we're talking about, I have to talk about K18. Again, if you are not new here, you have already seen me use these products before. And I want to specify, while I'm talking about these bond repairing products, do not use these type of products consistently if you don't need to, okay? I've seen a lot of conversations online about people using, especially like Olaplex and K18, using these type of products incorrectly and doing more damage to their hair than they are doing good. Like I said, I share these products and I use these products as someone who consistently puts heat on my hair and I have color treated hair. If those things do not apply to you, do not go using bond repairing products every single time, because your hair doesn't necessarily need it. You have to use products according to what your hair needs. So y'all know I put heat on my hair every 2 weeks. That's considered consistent heat. If I was only doing a silk press maybe once or twice a year, that's not consistent heat. So I wouldn't necessarily need like bond repairing products as much as someone who, again, is putting heat on their hair every 2 weeks. So please, like, take what I share with you guys and just like use it and see fit, because I never want to say like, yes, these are must-haves if your hair personally does not need that. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to put that disclaimer out here, because I know when I talk about products that are like absolutely must-haves in your routine, I'm speaking from the perspective of, again, like I said, someone who puts consistent heat on their hair and who has color treated hair. And even before I put color in my hair, I was always still putting consistent heat on my hair, so I needed these type of products. So like I said, K18 is next up in like that bond repairing family, because these products are expensive, okay? If you want to try anything and get your money's worth during the Sephora sale, these would be, I would say, the main ones that you need to use that coupon for, okay? This bottle, this is the Leave-In Molecular Repair Hair Mask. Now, I know when K18 first came out, it was kind of confusing. I'm not gonna lie, I was confused when I started using this, because essentially the box said to not use conditioner. Go to the website, read it, okay? Like, read and do some research. Because I will say, when I first started using K18, I was a little confused. I was like, you want me to put this in my hair, not wash it out, and then not use any conditioner? What's going on? But this, again, is meant for people who are looking to really repair those bonds in their hair, and just repair, like it says. So I would say, again, if there's any product I show y'all, I think this is probably the most expensive one. This size bottle, which is the 1.7 ounce, I believe is like $75 or something. They do have a smaller bottle of it as well that is, I think, like $30-ish. So again, y'all know I always tell you, if you're trying out a product for the first time, if they have a trial size, a travel size, the small mini size, buy that first, try it out, see how you like it before you invest in the full size. So even with the smaller bottle being $30-something, use the coupon, okay? And then next up is the Molecular Repair Hair Oil. This is another really, really good lightweight hair oil. I feel like is so good for your hair. It is giving you that repairing aspect of it, but then it's also super lightweight. So these are the two products from K18. I have a few other products from K18. I know the detox shampoo is really good. A lot of people like. But like I said, I'm only sharing things that I feel like are like must-haves, need-to-haves. I feel like those other ones are just like good to have, if you know what I mean. The next product that I'm going to show you is actually something that I picked up during the last Sephora sale that I have been trying out, and I love this. I think I told y'all in my last Sephora sale video that this was on my like to buy list, and I bought it. This is the Mizani Moisture Fusion Intense Hydration Moisturizing Mask, and this is so good. I love it. Now, Mizani products are not cheap, child. This was $50-something, I don't know. So that's why I was like, I had to buy this during the sale, because what? But this is a big size product. This is 16.9 fluid ounces, and I will say I love this. I have used this quite a few times. I meant to do like a review, but it just kind of slipped my mind, and I just whatever. But here's my review. I really, really like this. If you are looking for, or you need a very hydrating mask, deep conditioner, because y'all know I'm always going to tell you to deep condition your hair, okay? If you need a good hydrating, deep conditioning mask, this is a really, really great one. I love applying heat with this one. It actually advises you to cover your hair with a thermoplastic cap for 15 to 20 minutes. So it basically advises you to apply some sort of heat to it so that it can penetrate into your hair strands, but it leaves your hair feeling really, really nice, really like juicy and moisturized, and I love that. So I definitely had to include this one in because, again, it is a newer product that I purchased during the sale in November. So I've only been using it for about 5 or 6 months, and I have used this, I want to say maybe like 3 or 4 times, and I really like it. So if you're in the market for a new hair mask, this one from Mizani is a really great pickup. I love this one. It was worth the coin, okay? It was definitely worth the coin. Okay, next up is going to be another deep conditioning mask, and if you are not new here, you should already know. I'm definitely going to tell you guys to pick up the Fenty hair mask. This is the Moisture Repair Deep Conditioner. I love this mask. I would say this is probably one of my favorite products from the Fenty hair collection as a whole. Love this one. It's definitely a really, really good deep conditioner. Again, if you need a very moisturizing deep conditioner, and I feel like when people are on their like length retention journey, like basically trying to grow your hair, you have to make sure your hair is moisturized. And by making sure your hair is moisturized and hydrated, it starts on wash day. And that's why I'm so adamant about doing some sort of like deep conditioning or hair mask. I often get asked, and I feel like every video I'm getting asked like, oh, well, how do you moisturize your hair in between like wash days? I don't really necessarily have to, because I do the work on wash day, which is where you are hydrating your hair. That's really the only way to hydrate and moisturize your hair is on wash day. You can use like moisturizing creams and stuff, but I wear my hair silk pressed, so doing that is only going to like make my hair greasy, heavy, weighed down, and that's not what I want. So hydrating and moisturizing your hair on wash day is the most important thing, okay? The most important thing. And you do that by washing your hair with a good shampoo, conditioning your hair with a good hydrating conditioner, or a deep conditioning hair mask. So that's why I'm just so big on hair masks, because I know the importance of hydrating my hair on wash day and really making sure that it does not necessarily get dry. Oils are sealants, so it's really meant to lock in the moisture. And that is, again, why I finish off my silk presses with an oil to seal in and lock in the moisture that I just put into my hair on wash day. So I think that's also where understanding having a hair care routine and knowing what products to use in the routine are so important. So I just went on a whole spiel, but that's basically essentially leads me back to get you a good deep conditioner. Oh my gosh. Speaking of deep conditioners, I just realized I forgot a product in the Olaplex family. So this is another mask, another hair mask. This is the Olaplex Rich Hydration Mask. This right here, very, very good. Very, very good. While we're on the topic of masks, this is a great mask because not only is it a hydrating one, but it's also Olaplex. So you are getting those bond repairing properties in it. Again, back to the whole spiel I just did. You need that hydration. Lock in that hydration while also still giving your hair some of those bond repairing properties that are needed to repair the broken bonds. Again, this is great for my straight natural girls, my color treated hair girls, if you need that extra like bond repairing while also hydrating your hair, which is all wrapped up in one. If you are color treating your hair needs hydration. If you are straightening your hair needs that extra hydration. Masks are probably my favorite hair care products of all because I've understood and learned the benefits of having good deep conditioners and having good hair mask in my routine. So those are not all the masks. I have one more mask, which can kind of just lead us into our next brand, which is Amika. If you have not tried the Amika Soul Food, what is this? Nourishing mask. Let me get the name right. If you have not tried the Amika Nourishing Mask Soul Food, go ahead and add it to cart. Please go ahead and add it to cart. This is probably this is my favorite Amika hair mask, okay? Hands down. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to compare it to the Hydro Rush one as well as the Cure. The Cure, I would say, is more of a protein bond repairing type of mask. This one is just a good old overall good, nourishing, hydrating, deep conditioning mask. This one, yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to this one as probably my top favorite Amika hair mask. Again, y'all know what we just went over when talking about deep conditioners. This is a really, really good one. I feel like this is very universal. So, you know, if you don't necessarily need the bond repairing and all of that, this is just a very good overall hair mask to have in your routine because it is so good. It leaves your hair feeling so nice. It just is one of those just like overall good. I believe this is that orange line is just their core line. And so this one is just like a very good core mask to have in your collection, in your routine. It's I can't speak highly enough about it. I love the Soulful mask, which, like I said, I was trying to debate. I was like, that one's a good just overall hair mask. The Cure, this is the Intense Strength Repair Mask. So again, this one is more of like their repairing properties and things like that. This is a part of their Cure line. This was actually the first line from Amika that I essentially tried out, and I really, really liked it. So like I said, it's really good if you're looking for more of like a repairing mask and things like that. This one is a really great one. But the orange one I feel like is a good, just like I said, solid core, just all around hair mask to have. But this one is really good too. For my straight naturals, my color treated girls, the Cure would be a good one to add into the mix but not use all the time. I feel like this one is a good one to just use like and have all the time. And then some other Amika products, which I feel like I have developed such a love for Amika products, and I'm so glad that I have, because for the longest time, and I think I shared this with you guys when I first started using Amika, I didn't think these products was for us. You know, I didn't think it was for the black girlies, the textured hair girlies, because it just was never really marketed to us. But they have some really, really amazing products. So next up, one of my favorite products, which y'all have seen me use, I feel like pretty much since I first got this, is this pink charcoal scalp cleansing oil. Like I said, you want to start, especially if you're silk pressing your hair, you want to start with a squeaky clean scalp, and this is going to help you get that. I love using this right before I shampoo, especially if I feel like my hair is just like feeling extra dirty and just needs some extra love and attention, needs to be extra clean. I will go in with this. I think it's an amazing product. I'm like, why haven't I used a scalp cleansing oil like this before? I've been using this for quite some time now, almost a year, maybe like 9-ish months or whatever, and I absolutely love it. She's a great, like, she's a must-have. Yes, she is absolutely a must-have. And then the next like product that I really, really like, and especially if I feel like my hair is just like looking dull and just not giving, this shine mask. This is the Flash Instant Shine Mask. Again, I've used this a few times in some of my hair care routines, and even y'all was like, yeah, you could definitely see the difference, because I usually pair this with my Matrix Food for Soft hair oil. So you put this on after you wash your hair. After you wash and condition your hair, you only leave this on for like a minute, and then you rinse it out. And then once I rinse this out, then I go in with the Matrix Food for Soft hair oil serum, and I just feel like that combination together gives my hair just like this incredible shine, and it just looks so good. So I never thought I would need a shine mask, or never, you know, really thought about using one until I got this one, and I love it. So again, if you feel like your hair just is not looking shiny, it's just looking dull and all of that, get that shine mask from Amika, okay? And then my last few products from Amika I feel like are just absolute essentials in my routine. And starting out is the leave-in conditioner, the Frizz Me Not Hydrating Anti-Frizz Treatment. I have loved this down since I first got it. This came out last summer, which is again perfect going into now the warmer months. A lot of people ask like, oh my gosh, how do you make your silk presses last in the summertime? You need a good leave-in that has like anti-frizz properties in it to help control the frizz. It's gonna fight humidity. This has been a staple in my hair care routine, and if you watch my last like hair salon vlog, y'all saw my girl Tristan was using this on my hair when I went to go get my hair done. And as soon as I saw her using it on me, I said, oh, yep, I know. I'm hip too, girl. I love this stuff. So the fact that my hairdresser uses this as well, I was like, duh, I'm keeping this in my routine. It's just so good. It's super lightweight. Again, I was always like hesitant about spray leave-ins because I'm like, oh, is it going to weigh my hair down? This one right here, so lightweight, so easy. And like I said, it is really going to help fight that frizz and humidity. So this one is my favorite. This is probably second after my Olaplex leave-in, because the Olaplex leave-in, again, I love having that bond repairing. But for sure during the summertime, and even not in the summertime, I'm still grabbing for this because again of the anti-frizz properties. Love this. And pairing it with the anti-humidity spray, which is the Shield. This is the summertime combo. I think I've told y'all that before. We are going into spring. Well, it is spring. We're going into summer. If you want your hair still laid and looking good and just looking like, how is her silk press lasting in the summertime? These two, okay? So I love combining these. I love using these together. This is the dynamic duo when it comes to helping your silk press last in those kind of like high humid temperatures, and fighting against frizz, so your silk press don't poof up. I love these two. I think these are such great products. I highly recommend. I haven't had to use these, well, this one. I haven't had to use this one in a while because like I said, we're coming out of winter in the spring, so it hasn't been like super humid. But baby, it was 80 degrees today, and I said, okay, silk press season, it's about time to break the Shield back out. But this right here is just a leave-in all year round. Still amazing. And then of course, as a silk press girly, you need a good dry shampoo. Any of the dry shampoos I feel like from Amika are really great. This one is the Perk Up Plus. There's also another one that's like an oil control one. I thought I had it in my closet, in my bathroom, but I don't think I have. I think I ran out of it. But I think it's called the Perk Up Ultra. That one is really good for oil control. But again, any of the Amika dry shampoos are really great because, yes, I use dry shampoo because that's how we gonna have the silk press still lasting a little bit longer, okay? I usually don't have to start using dry shampoo personally on my hair until about day, I would say maybe like a weekend, day 7-ish. And I'll just like spray my hair where it gets a little oily at the top. I used some dry shampoo today, even though it doesn't, you couldn't even tell my hair is almost 2 weeks old. So yeah, I love a good dry shampoo. I feel like it is essential. And again, I didn't really start using dry shampoos until maybe like 2 years ago because again, I never thought dry shampoo was for us. And I was like, oh wait, we could use this? Oh, this is for us? Okay, yeah, let me try it out. And now I love it. So definitely any dry shampoo, like I said, from Amika is really good. So these are all of my, I feel like, need to have hair care products that I feel like would be great pickups during the Sephora sale because again, like I said, These products are a little pricey, so go ahead and add that coupon to cart, okay? I just feel like I have a lot of products, but I really wanted to narrow it down and really share the ones that I really grab consistently, are consistent in my hair care routine, that I'm just like absolutely have to have them. But I feel like these are all really, really good products and just like staples in my hair care routine that I feel like help keep my hair healthy, keep my hair looking great, especially in my silk presses. Just really overall just great products to have within my hair care routine. So those are my go-tos. I have a few products that I do have in my cart to purchase for the sale. I try not to buy a ton of hair care products, especially if I don't need them. Again, I will re-up on a lot of these. Like quite a few of these are products that I've had in my routine for a while, and I repurchased, like the Olaplex. I don't remember how many times I've repurchased those same products. Those consistently repurchased. Adding a new product into my routine in the past couple of months from Mizani has been amazing. I love this stuff. I think it is so good. It makes me want to now try out the shampoo and conditioner from that line, because I was already like, okay, I can't buy the whole line. I'm gonna start off with the mask and see how I like that, because I think the shampoo alone is like $50 something. But listen, we gonna buy product by product. And that's, again, listen, I buy a lot of these hair care products with my own money. So baby, I be buying it product by product. If I try this product and I like it, okay, maybe I'll buy another one from the product line and go from there. Don't feel like you have to buy an entire product line to really see how it works. That's why, again, some of these Amika products, I'm like, start with a deep conditioner, baby. If you've never tried anything from Amika, start with this. This is a great starter product. It's a mask. You can get a feel of like how their products smell, how they feel, how they work, and then explore into the rest of the line. Or again, like I said, buy the travel size of things. Buy the travel size, okay? It's gonna work exactly the same. First thing that I have on my list to purchase is the Kerastase, and speaking of mini, I have the mini one of this in my cart right now, which is the mini Magic Night Serum Hydrating Treatment for Dry Hair. I'll pop a picture in so y'all can see what it looks like, but I'm pretty sure y'all have seen this product. I feel like I've seen it, and every person I've seen use it and review it has nothing but really great things to say about it. I was a little worried because I'm like, the consistency looks like it will revert your hair, but everybody says that it doesn't. So I was like, okay, this will be great to use, like, again, in my nighttime hair care routine, especially when I'm using my satin flexi rods, using that to put on my ends and my hair before I wrap them up in my flexi rods. So yeah, that's pretty much the only hair care item that I have in my cart. The other things that I have in my cart are like makeup items, and then reading up on some of my skincare. I don't know if y'all care about what I like as far as skincare, but I will say skincare is probably the second most purchased category for me that I buy from Sephora. So of course I buy a ton of hair care products, but skincare is actually my second favorite like thing to purchase and like use. I love skincare things. So if y'all want to know what those things are, I can start sharing those with y'all. But yeah, I have some skincare things from Youth to the People that I need to re-up on. I love the cleanser as well as the sunscreen. I love that sunscreen. It has been like my go-to sunscreen. I used to do Supergoop for a while, but I really, really like the Youth to the People one. So if y'all care about things that I buy as far as like skincare, I can start to share that with y'all more too. But I know y'all are really here for the hair stuff, okay? I know what y'all here for, so that's what I'm here to give you, okay? But that's really all that I have, and I have a few makeup things in my cart, but that's pretty much all I have in my Sephora Savings cart, because again, if I don't need it, I'm not gonna buy it. But if there's, again, new products that I want to try, 9 times out of 10 I'm buying them during the sale to get them for some dollars off, okay? So that wraps it up for this Sephora Savings haul, not even a haul, suggestions, product recommendations, whatever you want to call it. So let me know what you have your eye on for the Sephora sale down below in the comments. And like I said, happy shopping this week. So hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.